Wu-Tang gang, what's poppin', man? This your boy Tay, back at y'all again with another video, man. Peace, love, and abundance to everybody watching right now. Make sure you guys smash that like button for me, hit that notification bell, and if you want to support the channel, I got some courses available, and I have a Wu-Tang gang community that you can join if you want to self-improve, all right? So I'll leave my links in my description. But check this out. I made a video a few days back on how to be effortlessly attractive, and I think some people got the wrong message in that video. They thought I meant that you can just sit around, pray, and hope that things are going to come and fall in your lap, and that's all you have to do. You don't have to put no work in. All right, and that's not what I meant. All right, on this journey, when it comes to semen retention, this is a tool for you to use. It increases your energy and it gives you the magnitude to manifest things, right? But that's only half the battle. In that last video, I was talking about how to program yourself first. That's the first step. I never said you don't put no work in, right? I never said you're not supposed to work on your business or go to the gym 4, 5, 6 days a week if you want to gain muscle. I never said anything like that. But what you do have to do is you got to make sure your spirit and your mind is right first, or else it's not going to work for you. And that's a fact, right? You have to make sure you have the spiritual currency and the mental capacity to even put the work in the first place. If you try to take a road trip, you don't just get in your car and start driving, do you? No, you make sure you got directions to where you're going, you got snacks, you got everything packed, you got gas in the car, you got money. You see what I'm saying? If you just get on the road and start driving without any of those things, you're gonna burn out. Where the hell are you going? You don't got no directions. So when we program ourselves to be attractive and to manifest things, right? That's us preparing ourselves. You got to cook in the spiritual realm first before you do anything in the physical. Because once you get the spiritual realm locked in, the physical, that's easy. The work is easy. I don't think you guys realize how easy the work is once you get your mind right. But see, that's the problem with a lot of us, is our mind isn't right. You don't got the mental fortitude or the mental strength to put the work in the first place. You know, when I used to run track, right? My coach used to always say, this is 80% mental, 20% physical, right? And when you get to the highest level in track, it's not even about who's the fastest anymore. You watch the Olympics. If you watch the 100-meter dash at the Olympics, everybody's fast, right? The person that gets 8th place, you might say, oh, they trash and they got blew out. But you don't understand, that's the 8th fastest person in the world. The 8th fastest. They beat out thousands of people, right? There's thousands of people that wish they could be in that 8th place spot, but they didn't make it. So don't get it twisted, right? Everybody there is fast, but it comes down to, at that level, who wants it more, who's confident, who put in the most work behind the scenes. You see what I'm saying? Who has the best composure under pressure? It's mental. If you get into the blocks and you're not confident, no matter how fast you are, you know, your body's gonna follow what the mind does, what the mind tells it to. See? When your mind is right, the body's gonna follow. The mind commands the body. So this is why we gotta make sure we get the spiritual and the mental self right first. You gotta program that. And that's what I meant in my last video, right? For you guys that might have got it confused. I would never get on this camera and tell you don't work hard. If you've been watching my channel for all these years, you already know how I get down. You know, we 10 toes down. We in the trenches. We get it from the mud. But you gotta have direction. You gotta build your morale up and reinforce yourself in the spiritual realm first. You gotta program your subconscious first. Because see, once you do that, you're unstoppable. There's nothing more powerful than a focused drive. Bro, when you get focused, there ain't nothing that's stopping you. Nothing at all. When I go to the gym, I'm already programmed myself to get through this workout. I've already told myself we're gonna get it in today. So if I get to a moment where I'm tired or that last rep, I barely got it and I feel like quitting, that's out the question. I've already programmed myself to follow through. So the body's gonna listen. See, if you don't program your mind and your spirit first, what will happen is, as soon as you come across a road bump or an obstacle, it's gonna defeat you. As soon as something don't go your way or something don't go as planned, it's gonna defeat you. Why? Because you don't have the mental strength to handle that. You didn't have faith in yourself. You don't believe in yourself. You see? And that's gonna make your whole empire fall down. It's gonna crumble. Whatever you're trying to obtain in this life, if you're trying to grow a business, whatever goals you have, all right, if you don't have a solid foundation, it's not gonna work out for you. Everything's not always gonna go as planned, how you want it to. That's just life. That's the journey. So we're learning to utilize our energy on this journey to keep ourselves at the highest frequency as possible so that we don't fall short when we run across some problems. When you get ready to start your day, when you walk out that house, you shouldn't be worried about what people think about you. You shouldn't be looking for validation. You shouldn't be worried about the outcome, because the outcome is what kills us. The outcome is what tears us apart. As I said, guys, things won't always go your way. You can't focus on the outcome. Focus on the journey. Focus on the task at hand. Things don't always go my way. You know what I'm saying? But what got me through my life is persistence. Being able to stay consistent through hard times. When I fall, I get back up, and I keep getting back up, and I keep getting back up. And I'm not gonna stop until I reach my goal, until I reach my destination. That's always been my driving force in life. When I was younger, man, I'm telling you guys, like, the way that I was treated when I was younger, as far as like around my peers, and me trying to be something, me trying to be an athlete and not having the capacity at that time, not having the confidence at that time, what drove me to become successful is never giving up on myself and never listening to what other people had to say. Yeah, it affected me sometimes, but behind closed doors, when I was by myself, my mindset was different. I had that fire within me, man, that just, it wouldn't allow me to be a failure. It wouldn't allow me to quit on myself. So I would put in the extra work when nobody was looking. And even to this day, my motivation has always been to prove other people wrong. Not looking for their validation, but not allowing somebody to tell me what I can or cannot do. Who are you to tell me what my capabilities are? You don't live in here. You haven't been in my shoes. You don't know my life. You don't know my experience. How dare you try to put your limitations on me? So I don't want you guys going around thinking that things are just going to fall in your lap. That's not how life works. All right. But I'm gonna tell you like this. You have a supercomputer. This is a quantum computer that you have, and you have to make sure it's programmed. If you don't have that quantum computer programmed, the hardware is not going to work. The body of the machine is not going to work right because you didn't program the computer to operate at highest efficiency. You have to do that first. Get your spirit right. You know, if you play like NCAA 25, right? And there's a system in the game where, let's say your team is down. Your players get affected by that. They start playing worse. Or if your team is winning, the players play better. You see? So for example, like if you're losing, your quarterback, you might start throwing, overthrowing the ball, or you might start throwing picks because your quarterback gets affected by the situation of the game. So based on the team's morale, it's going to affect your performance. So with you got to make sure your morale is right before you do anything. You can't go into battle with a low morale. Imagine an army going into battle with low morale. Right? That's what the general is for. The leader is to give the army confidence, to boost their morale up, to speak life into them. That's why the coach, you know, at halftime or before the game starts, gives you that prep talk to build that fire up inside of you, to build your morale up so you can go out there and give it your all. That's what that's for. You got to be the general for yourself. Semen retention is a tool. It's the cosmic or divine energy, and you can use that to give you that extra push. All right, you can use that to make things manifest faster in your life. That way you make sure the spiritual realm is on your side. The universe is opening up doors for you so you don't have no resistance. But you still got to take those steps. Like I said, it's 80% mental, 20% physical. So putting in the work is easy. All you got to do is get up and try. Once you got everything written down, you got your plan, all you got to do is get up. And like I said, guys, it's easier than you think it is. A lot of times we psych ourselves out when it's time to do work because we don't try. We don't get up and try at least. We're too afraid to even take that first step. But you'll realize once you get over that fear and you take that first step, you'll be like, oh, this ain't as hard as I thought. Or this ain't impossible as I thought it would be. I actually have a chance of accomplishing this goal. I actually can do this. I can start this business. That fear was holding you back. Your mind was locked. You got to unlock that mind, right? Before I started my business, you know, I didn't have the mindset to even do this. I didn't have the confidence. I was like, nobody's going to want to do business with me. Nobody's want to listen to me, right? But see, that was my own self. That was me being an enemy against my own self. Not believing. And I had to reprogram how I think, and I had to get rid of those fear locks that I had within myself because it wasn't going to do me no good. You know, now we look at years later, I'm on here and I can be confident on this camera. I can tell you guys about my life, give you my testimony. But it took a lot of work behind the scenes for me to get to this place. All right. So always put the work in, but you got to put the 80% in first. You have to lock that in first before you do anything. All right. So with that being said, guys, y'all let me know what y'all thought about this video. What do you do to lock in mentally and spiritually? All right. If you need to speak with me, I do one-on-one consultations. So I'll leave my link in my description. Y'all have a beautiful day, man. And I'm out. Peace.